The night before, everything feels clear. You plan to wake up at 5 a.m. You picture a focused study session, a quick workout, a real breakfast. It all sounds doable. Then morning hits. The alarm rings. You snooze. You check your phone for a minute. That minute turns into more. Before you know it, the morning is gone. The worst part isn't the fatigue. It's realizing you broke your own plan again. Now, here's a different way to look at it. When this happens day after day, it's usually not about discipline. It's not because you're lazy or unmotivated. This video breaks down a daily routine that actually works in real life. One I've experienced myself. And honestly, I wish I had started it sooner. Many students fall into the same patterns, sleeping late but forcing early mornings, starting the day on social media, studying in long, exhausting blocks. These habits feel normal, but they quietly drain your energy. The problem isn't you, it's how your routine is set up. Let me explain. So stay with me until the end. Inside this video are simple habits that are easy to apply and hard to mess up. You'll see how small changes done at the right time can give you more focus, more energy, and more space in your day. No extreme schedules, no unrealistic pressure, just a routine that supports you instead of fighting you. And before we jump in, if any of this sounds familiar, take a second to like the video, subscribe, and let's get into it. 1. Morning routine. Think about how your mornings usually go. The alarm rings, you reach for your phone, and before you even sit up, your mind is already racing. Notifications, messages, random thoughts. Somehow, you feel late, even when you are not. Now pause for a second. What if the issue is not your discipline, but the way you enter the day? Many students believe a good routine means waking up painfully early and forcing productivity. That mindset alone makes mornings feel heavy. In reality, waking up around 5:30 to 7 gives you something most people miss. Quiet, no demands, no one pulling your attention, just you easing into the day. At the same time, one habit ruins everything fast. Grabbing the phone right away. That single move floods your brain with other people's priorities. Stress shows up before focus even has a chance. So try a different start. Stand up, stretch your arms, drink water, open the window, let natural light wake your eyes, not a screen. Then slow it down. Take 2 minutes to breathe, nothing fancy. This is not about motivation, it is about control. When your morning feels steady, the rest of the day follows that rhythm. 2. Light movement. Right after waking up, your body often feels stiff, heavy, almost disconnected from your brain. You sit there thinking, I'll move later, and somehow later never comes. Now, here's the quiet truth. You do not feel slow because you are tired of studying. You feel slow because your body is still half asleep. Most students assume exercise only counts if it is intense or long. If they cannot hit the gym, they skip movement completely. That all or nothing thinking kills momentum early. So flip the approach. Movement in the morning is not about fitness, it is about switching your system on. A few minutes of stretching, light yoga, walking around your room, or doing some push-ups is enough. Nothing extreme, nothing impressive, just enough to tell your body, we are awake now. Here's why it works. Blood starts flowing. Oxygen reaches your brain. Thoughts feel clearer instead of foggy. Reading makes more sense. Studying feels lighter. Without this step, your brain tries to work while your body is still offline. So next time you think you do not have time, remember this. 5 minutes is not exercise, it is a reset. And that reset changes how the rest of the morning feels. 3. Breakfast and hydration. By the time morning classes start, many students are already running on empty. No food, barely any water, just caffeine and hope. And then they wonder why focus disappears so fast. Let's slow this down. Studying is not just mental work. Your brain burns energy constantly. When you skip breakfast, you are asking it to perform without fuel. That is why mornings feel foggy, why small tasks feel annoying, and why you feel sleepy in class even after waking up. Here's where most people go wrong. They either skip breakfast completely or think it has to be complicated. It does not. A banana and oats, eggs and toast, a simple smoothie, something light but filling. That is enough to support your brain, not weigh it down. Now, add water. This part is ignored all the time. Mild dehydration feels exactly like tiredness, low energy, poor focus, slow thinking. So, before calling yourself lazy, check this first. Have you actually had water? For morning study session, this is the part of the day most students waste without realizing it. Your mind is clearer, quieter, and less distracted, yet it often gets spent scrolling or watching random videos. Think about it. In the morning, your brain has not been drained by classes, conversations, or decisions. That freshness is rare, but many students save their hardest subjects for late at night when focus is already gone. So, shift the order. Use the morning for your toughest work, math problems, coding practice, memorizing key concepts, anything that requires real thinking. One focused hour here can replace several tired hours later. Now, structure matters. Sit down for 50 minutes of deep focus, then take a 10-minute break. No multitasking, no background noise pulling you away. During the break, avoid your phone, stand up, stretch, look outside. This works because focus is limited. When you protect it early, learning sticks faster. And suddenly, studying feels efficient instead of endless. A 5 afternoon routine, classes and study blocks. By the afternoon, you are physically present but mentally drifting. You sit in class, take notes, and still feel like nothing stays in your head. Here is the shift most students miss. The problem is not the lecture, it is passive listening. Copying slides word for word feels productive, but your brain is barely involved. So change how you show up. Write notes in your own words, even if they are messy. Ask small questions, even simple ones. Right after class, pause for 2 minutes and summarize what you understood. Say it out loud or jot it down quickly. This tiny habit does something powerful. It turns one exposure into two. Learning happens during processing, not listening. When you engage like this, study blocks later become lighter. You are no longer relearning. You are just strengthening what is already there. 6. Lunch and power break. After hours of classes, lunch feels like a reward. You eat heavy, sit down, open your phone, and suddenly your energy disappears. Here's what is really happening. Big oily meals pull blood toward digestion, your body slows down, your brain follows. Scrolling right after makes it worse, not better. That is why the afternoon crash that feels so strong. So adjust, not restrict. Keep lunch light but balanced. Some protein, vegetables, or fruit and water. Enough to refuel without dragging you down. Skip sugary drinks if you can. The spike never lasts. Then give yourself a real break. A short nap, 15 to 20 minutes, or a quick walk outside. Fresh air counts more than you think. This is not laziness. It is recovery. When you reset here, the rest of the day feels usable instead of heavy. 7. Midday study session. This is the time of day when motivation drops and attention slips. You open your book, read the same line twice, and nothing sticks. Instead of fighting that feeling, work with it. Your brain is slower after lunch. That does not mean useless. It just means different. So switch the task, not the effort. Use this session for doing, not absorbing. Solve practice problems, review flashcards, write summaries, edit essays. Anything active keeps your mind engaged without draining it. Many students waste this window by scrolling or zoning out. That only makes the day feel longer. When you use it for lighter, hands-on work, progress still happens. This way, Even low energy hours move you forward, and that adds up more than you expect. 8. Evening routine. Movement. By evening, your body feels stiff and your mind feels overloaded. The instinct is to collapse and do nothing. That sounds like rest, but it rarely helps. Sitting all evening keeps stress trapped in your body. The tension stays and focus never really comes back. That is why nights often feel heavy and unproductive. So introduce movement again, but keep it simple. A short walk, a light run, a game with friends, or even dancing in your room. 20 to 30 minutes is enough. No pressure, no performance. Movement clears your head. Stress drops. Mood lifts. Sleep improves later. Many students skip this step and wonder why nights feel restless. This is not about fitness goals. It is about resetting after a long day. When your body moves, your brain follows. 9. Creative time. After moving your body, your brain still needs a different kind of break. Not more studying, not more scrolling. This is where most students go wrong. They replace effort with stimulation. Social media feels relaxing, but it keeps your mind busy and restless. So give your brain something lighter and meaningful. Draw, write, play music, cook, work on a small personal project. Anything creative works. The goal is expression, not performance. Creative time resets your mind in a way passive content cannot. It reduces burnout. It brings curiosity back. It reminds you that life is more than assignments and deadlines. When you skip this, studying slowly feels empty. When you include it, motivation lasts longer. A balanced day is not about doing more. It is about switching gears at the right time. 10 evening study session. By this point, you either feel calm or slightly drained, and that matters. Evening study is where many students push too hard and ruin their night. Here's the mistake: treating this session like the morning one, trying to learn brand new, difficult topics when your energy is already lower. That usually leads to frustration and guilt. So lower the bar, but keep the habit. Use this time for light review. Go over notes from earlier, reread key ideas, do easy to medium practice questions, organize tasks for tomorrow. This is about clarity, not intensity. When you study like this, your brain feels settled instead of overwhelmed. You end the day knowing things are under control. And that feeling matters. It makes sleep easier. It makes tomorrow feel less heavy. 11. Night routine. When your head hits the pillow, but your thoughts keep racing, it is usually not stress. It is unfinished business. Most students carry tomorrow in their head. Tasks, deadlines, things they might forget. That mental load makes rest impossible. So instead of lying there worrying, take 5 to 10 minutes to plan. Write down 3 to 5 clear tasks for the next day, specific ones. Not study, but what exactly you will work on. This simple step tells your brain there's a plan. Once it is written, something shifts. Your mind no longer needs to rehearse everything. It can let go. This routine is not about productivity. It is about peace. When your brain trusts that tomorrow is handled, sleep comes easier, and the next day starts lighter, not rushed. 12. Digital sunset and sleep. At night, screens feel harmless. Just one more video, one more scroll, and suddenly it is way too late. Here is what is really happening. Blue light keeps your brain alert. Social media keeps it emotionally active. Even when your body is tired, your mind thinks it is still daytime. That is why sleep feels hard. So create a digital sunset. Turn off screens at least 30 minutes before bed. Replace them with something calmer. Read a few pages. Write a short journal entry. Listen to music or a podcast that does not pull your attention too hard. Then protect your sleep. 7 to 8 hours is not a luxury. It is where learning locks in. Studying loads the information. Sleep saves it. And remember this: do not compare routines. Focus on consistency. Miss a day, restart the next. Progress comes from returning, not being perfect. Let's pause for a second. This routine isn't about doing more, it's about using your energy better. Morning for focus, afternoon for practice, evening for movement and light review, night to reset. That's the rhythm. But let's be real. Nobody starts this perfectly, so instead, start small. Tonight, set your alarm and plan just the first 27 minutes tomorrow. After 7 days, it feels less heavy. After 30 days, your focus actually shifts. Fewer late nights, less stress, real progress you can feel. So where do you begin? Consistency beats motivation every time. If this helped, tap like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's stuck too. And yeah, thanks for spending these minutes with me.